You're not stuck. You're just uncontained. So let me tell you something that most men won't admit, because almost nobody will say it to you directly, that you're not stuck, you're not confused, you're not unlucky, you're just uncontained. And if that word irritates you, then good. The irritation is the ego recognising itself, and I'm about to break it down, because the real problem isn't that you don't know what to do, it's that you've got nothing holding you in place. And an uncontained man is always going to leak through potential when life gets hard, and life gets hard for all of us. And here's exactly why your life feels slippery, because you wake up most days to be functional. You go to work, you respond to messages, you get through the day, go home, watch a bit of Netflix, repeat, do the same day after day. From the outside looking in, you look fine. But internally, everything's feeling slippery. You can't lock in. You can't stay consistent, and you keep starting and stopping. You make plans, then you renegotiate them. And the most frustrating part is this. You know better. You're intelligent enough to see your own patterns. You're self-aware enough to explain them. You're articulate enough to justify why you keep making excuses for yourself. Yet nothing sticks. That's not a motivation issue. That's not even a discipline issue. That's a containment issue. You've got nothing holding you in place, no daily systems. And here's the lie about freedom that you've been sold. You've been sold the idea that freedom means no rules, no structure, no pressure, no constraints. You're just listening to yourself. That idea is poison for men like you, for men like me, for men like the men that I coach. Because when you listen to an undisciplined mind, it doesn't guide you towards growth. It guides you towards comfort and the easy option, the weak way out, every time. Your mind will always prioritise avoiding discomfort, protecting identity, minimising effort and delaying consequence. That's not weakness, that's biology. And when no structure overrides that biology, your life starts collapsing inwards. Not dramatically, but quietly, bit by bit. And here's why smart men suffer the most. This is where it's going to get uncomfortable, because men like you suffer longer than others, because you can rationalise the dysfunction. You don't spiral immediately, you intellectualise. And that's, by saying that, I mean, you say things like, I'm just in a phase, I'm figuring things out, I'll know what I need to do soon, I'm going to lock in soon, January's coming round, I'm going to start on Monday. Your intelligence becomes a delay mechanism, and less intelligent men hit consequences faster. They either change or they crash. Smart men just hover about in the middle. Just functional enough to survive, just dissatisfied enough to feel miserable and not do anything about it. That middle ground is lethal to your potential, and that's exactly why you feel restless all the time. That constant restlessness that you feel isn't ambition, it's unexpressed aggression. And I don't mean violence, I mean energy without direction. Men are built to exert force, to move, to build, to strain, to overcome resistance. And when that doesn't happen physically, it turns inward mentally. So you start overthinking, ruminating, scrolling, distracting, numbing yourself. The mind starts doing the job that the body should have already done. That's exactly why physical training is such a non-negotiable. Not for aesthetics. Yes, we all want to look bigger and get bigger biceps, but it's for regulation. And that's exactly why your good intentions don't matter. You tell yourself that you've got good intentions. So what? Everybody has. Intentions without systems are meaningless. Your nervous system doesn't care what you intended to do. It responds what you repeatedly do. And right now, your repeated behaviour is teaching it one thing. We negotiate. Every time you skip the gym, every time you delay the work, every time you tell yourself, oh, I'm going to get started tomorrow, I'm going to start taking action tomorrow, you reinforce that lesson, and eventually your self-trust just completely collapses. And once your self-trust goes, your confidence and becoming confident and more confident is impossible. But let me break down the shame that you're not comfortable to talk about. You don't talk about this part with anybody because the embarrassment of still being here in the same spot, that quiet fear that you're wasting your best years, the sense that your potential is going to keep rotting unused. You don't need encouragement. You need the truth, because the longer you delay containment, the heavier getting started and making progress becomes. Not because the work is harder, but because the shame and the self-doubt compounds and you get less confident. And here's what containment actually means. It's not about control, it's about safety. It's having rules you don't argue with, standards that apply even on bad days, physical outlets for your stress, mental frameworks that stop spirals, and routines that run even when motivation dies, because containment is what allows power to build without blowing up your life. Every dangerous force in the world is contained. Electricity, fire, explosives. I want to be explosive and on fire and electric. Contained power builds cities and empires. And here's why your life doesn't need more freedom, and this one's going to offend your ego. Your life doesn't need more freedom. It needs some fucking discipline and some constraint, because the right constraints create momentum. Because when your day's structured, decisions reduce, energy stabilizes, and action becomes automatic. When your day's unstructured, choice overload kills momentum, and your emotions run on schedule, and discipline collapses. Freedom without containment is chaos. And here's the exact moment that I stopped trusting my own mind. This is the part that most men miss. I didn't fix my life by starting to trust myself more. I paradoxically fixed my life by trusting myself less. I stopped believing that voice, that little voice in my head that said, oh, you've earned yourself a break. Have a night off. You can skip it today. You'll make up for it tomorrow. You'll make up for it later. Because that voice nearly destroyed me. So I had to build daily systems to override it. Training regardless, mental work regardless, daily non-negotiables regardless. Not because I'm disciplined, but because I'm honest. Because I can't deal with the drift. And here's why drifting is more dangerous than failure itself. Because failure has edges. Drifting doesn't. Failure forces correction, but drifting feels comfortable. And comfortable misalignment is the most dangerous state that a man can be in. You don't feel enough pain to change, so you don't. You don't feel enough satisfaction to get excited, so you hover year after year. That's how men wake up at 45 years old, wondering where their edge went, and they have a midlife crisis and crumble. And here's why structure feels so threatening to you. Structure scares you because it removes excuses. Once structure is in place, you can't blame circumstances. You can't blame mood. You can't blame timing, because it all exposes the truth, and truth threatens your identity. Right now, the part of you survives by saying, you know what, I could be great if I really tried. But structure forces you to ask yourself the question, would you be great if you tried? Because you've never actually locked in and give anything 100% effort. And that's exactly why you resist it in the first place. But the specific system is not the point. The system isn't magic. It's a container. What grows inside that container is your identity. When you start keeping promises to yourself daily, your self-respect increases, your confidence stabilizes, and your clarity sharpens. Not overnight, but consistently. That's physical and mental mastery. Not hype, not motivation, pure physical mental alignment. And that's why I built the system that I built, the Become Unfuckwithable Blueprint. It's in the description. It's free for you to download. It's not there to inspire you. It's there to corner you and give you simple, unavoidable daily systems that build momentum, because men like you don't need more information. You need transformation. And that's exactly why I created the Power Hour Breakthrough Call. Because some men don't need months. They need one honest, confrontational conversation where we break down exactly what's holding them back. The link's in the description to book a Power Hour call as well. But here's the decision you've been avoiding. It's whether to level up. You're deciding whether to stop negotiating with yourself, whether to contain your energy or keep on letting it leak, whether to build your standards or to just stay slippery, whether to act like a man with potential or keep on being a man protecting your comfortable routines that make you feel soft and gooey. This isn't dramatic, it's mechanical. Uncontained systems fail. Contained systems compound day after day. So let me break it down to you. You're not stuck, you're uncontained. And until you accept that, nothing's going to change. It's time to build structure, contain yourself, and stop trusting a mind that keeps on delaying. Because drifting through life feels harmless until it costs you everything quietly. So if this hit, don't label it as another powerful insight and move on. Comment the word blueprint and I'll send you the Become Unfuckwithable Blueprint, or click the links in the description. Book a Power Hour Breakthrough Call with me and we'll go deep one-to-one. But don't call in this so-called freedom what is actually avoidance. You're too intelligent to keep on telling yourself that lie, and you already know it. So I'll see you in the next video. I drop these videos every single day, so subscribe, because I'm dropping raw, powerful insights on you every single day. Drop a comment and disagree with something I've said. Call me a prick. I don't care. Agree with something I've said. Ask me a question. Drop me some comments. Let me know you're there. Start a conversation and I'll see you in the next video. But don't bother clicking on the next video if you're not going to download the Become Unfuckwithable Blueprint, the free system that's changed my life and so many of my clients' lives. I'll see you in the next video. As always, let's fucking have it.